Of course that doesn't sound like Diddy. I'm not playing Diddy. Let Jaden in here real quick, and then we got a debate. A debate, I think. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the show.
Who wants to hear Diddy? Besides Trump, who's considering a pardon.
I know. He wants. I want to hear Diddy real close. I like baby oil.
In person? Yes. Maybe we could book him, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Should get my third inauguration.
Mm-hmm.
How's everybody doing? Tammy, have you been not following the news for the past year and a half?
Yeah.
We can't just brush past that.
Yeah.
Well, how's everybody doing?
I don't know.
He was here yesterday, wasn't he?
Your foot? I got this little dog beeper. We could maybe use it. Beep, beep.
Oh, fun.
When people are barking at
My
us.
throat is killing me today.
Foot. What's up?
You guys
Speaking of
done?
foot. What?
Obviously, we asked you how you were doing. Yes.
Well, you kept speaking. Why do you keep crying about
Bitch,
Trump?
shut the fuck up. God, you fucking loser. Personality
Bro,
void
I'm
person.
gonna be
Crash
real. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real.
crash out,
You're
bro.
No, you're just
I'm gonna be
weak.
real.
Keep crashing out, bro. I don't care.
I'm gonna be real. You're fucking annoying. You need to work
Are
on
you
that.
now? Finish your fucking statement, buddy.
Yes.
I
You already
finished
did.
it. It was you're fucking annoying. That was
Yeah, you're a quick one to finish, aren't you?
No, definitely not. That's not remotely true.
Sure it isn't, buddy.
That's not remotely true. Text your mom.
Oh, good one.
It's a great one. It's a great
Yeah.
one.
Greater than your wife in bed, eh?
What? What
Listen,
even supposed to
Canuck,
mean?
if we're about done here, you can either render an argument or go back to whatever you do, which I guess is
Yeah,
watching
you
paint
guys
dry.
got cooked, crash out, and go suck one.
My guy, you're like a human sedative, okay? Nobody gives a shit about anything you have to say at this point. You haven't added anything of substance.
Oh god, that guy's got the personality of the ass end of the
Pretty
human
much.
centipede. Anyways, if you're debating, I'm in the ring. Damn, he was not happy. I don't know what set him over the edge.
done?
He needs a hug. He needs a hug.
Yeah.
Anyways, get one from me. What's going on, everyone? If you guys want to go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, would appreciate it. That would be swell. That would be cool. That would be
nice.
awesome. Let me join in on my other account. Oh, I'm going to be honest. I don't think that tonight's going to be a long live. Not because I don't want to do one. I really do. I have a fucking... okay, get that out of my way. I've had a gnarly headache all day long.
Yeah.
Like, I
Got a
mean, I
bad sore
woke up
throat.
from sucking the day's day.
Yeah.
I woke up with a gnarly headache. So I've been nursing it all day, and it's just like I slept on it wrong, and I woke up. I was like, ugh. I literally and I just woke up in straight pain, pain, pain. Sean,
Sienna.
Shania, Sean.
Yeah, it's Sean.
What's going on, Sean?
Hey,
How do you pronounce the "ya" in your name?
Shania.
just like you did.
So Shania?
Yeah,
I never heard that name
or
before.
Sean
Okay.
is fine. Sean is fine too.
All right, where are
Uh,
you from?
I'm from Carlsbad, California.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead.
Is Carl that bad? I like
I-
Carl's bad, by the way.
Carl
Actually,
is not that bad, but they used to spell my city with a K, and then they changed it to a C, because the original Carl was spelled with a K, but it wasn't like it was like unattractive or something, or there was some evil dude who was Carl. So Carl might have been really bad, and then they had to change it to Carlsbad with a C, like Carl's Jr. So I support Trump, and I voted for Hillary. So to be honest, I'm 29. I voted for Hillary. Then I didn't vote for Joe Biden or Trump. Then I voted for Trump, and I support him because he is the. If you look at his first, let me try to crack this in a way I've never said it before. So, and I'll try to do it in 4 sentences. You have the Abraham Accords, which was a peace brokerage of the Middle East having many countries signing into it. You had the containment of China, and less Taiwanese lobbying to join China, and you had no escalation between Russia and Ukraine. Under Obama, you had Crimea taken, and then under Joe Biden, you had this huge 1 million unalives. In Europe, you have China encroaching on Taiwan. You have North Korea sending troops to Russia. You have Iran sending Shahed drones to Russia. You have Iran, basically, which is not just the head of the snake, but the mother of all snakes in the Middle East, creating the biggest problems we've ever seen in the world. And who's going to step up to the plate? Would it be Mrs. Harris or Trump? And I said Trump.
Iran's creating the biggest problems in the world? I don't think so.
Yeah, they do. They're terrorists. They're not only do they have a ton of sleeper cells all over the world, but also when they invaded Yemen in the 80s, they starved 300,000 people. They created the Houthis, which blocks the maritime trade route. They fund Lebanon, Hezbollah,
Well, they
H
funded
group,
the
and also
the Houthis.
yeah.
Okay, but look at all.
Yeah,
look
they
at,
also
look,
no, they are
look
the
at,
Houthis.
Look at
they
look
are
at
the
all
Houthis.
the group.
The IRGC is the Houthis.
They're Iranian backed. But like, look at all of the
No,
groups that the
they
U.S.
are IRGC.
I was trying to talk things. They're not. But look
Sorry.
at all of the groups that the United States has funded globally.
I'm not reading. Look, I'm going to turn on my
Hey,
camera.
stop,
because-
stop,
Can you
stop.
did you
Talk
hear
to
what
the
I
people
just
over
said?
here.
What'd you say?
And turn it off.
Please.
Why? I'm very handsome.
Jump scares are
That's
a thing.
subjective.
It is subjective. You know, some people think I'm ugly, but I'm fucking their mom. So, listen. so, anyway, childish jokes aside, I had a bad joke about their mom.
It's okay. Go ahead.
So, listen. Yeah, look at the groups the United States has funded globally. What's the difference?
There's a huge difference. So, for instance, you can say the same thing about WW2 when the United States
Wait, what's
allied
the
itself
difference?
with Russia against. There's a
What's
huge
the-
difference because when
What's-
we ally ourselves with Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, South Korea, and make super PACs that keep Western hegemony important, and on top, then you have something very different than, for
okay.
instance, a category error. Wait, I'll answer the question real quick. It's just going to take one more second. You have a category error when you're comparing, for instance, now I forgot. But you have
So
a category
what's the
error
difference
because it doesn't make
between-
any sense. It's a logical error.
What's the difference between the United States funding, I don't know, what would be a good example? I mean, literally everyone.
ISIS?
But what would be, well, I don't know, the United States never funded ISIS, but like the
Yeah,
Mujahideen.
we did in certain areas, and we also did the
Like the
Mujahideen in the Pakistan. Yeah, Pakistan. You're right about
but-
this thing.
Right.
The
So
thing is that
what's the difference?
there's a huge difference, like I'm trying to explain. In World War II, sometimes you wish both sides would lose the conflict, and you would have to. You would
The
have.
Sandinistas?
You would wish that. For instance, in World War II, when we were fighting the Nazis, that what happened was that we had Russia getting involved, but you would say that Russia and the Soviets weren't our true allies. They actually had alternative motives. So it would have been better if both the Soviet
Well,
and
so did we.
Nazi Germany lost.
So do
but
we, but
funded
what's the
one
difference?
of them anyway.
What's the difference between us funding the Mujahideen
Well, there's
and
a
them
huge
funding
difference, Tom.
Palestine?
Well, if you fund like an unalive cult like Palestine, then you're basically
Well, Palestine is not an
using
a
unalive
cult.
cult, but I just want to point
Yes,
out
it
the
is.
people we funded, the Mujahideen, flew planes into towers.
No, you're talking about the Twin
This
Towers.
is not
which
a
was done by
topic.
Mujahideen.
This is not a topic you want to try and check me on. But you
No,
can.
I know about this too, but it was
Right,
Saudi
we
backed
funded-
coalitions.
We funded the Mujahideen. We funded
Yes,
the
we
global
did
war on
later.
terrorism.
We didn't fund all of them. We funded certain groups. But for instance, when you have Gaza,
What do you mean
which is
certain
what
groups?
you're referring to, is
What do you hold on? You got to stop talking so much and clarify. What do you mean we funded certain groups? We funded Gulbuddin
Like-
Hikmatyar, who is a fucking right-wing extremist, religious zealot. We funded Mullah Omar. We funded and provided support for Osama bin Laden to get shit to Afghanistan during the war in the 80s. So what are you talking about? In fact, there's evidence at least that's not conclusive that we funded the Taliban. So what's the difference between us funding them to protect their country and Iran funding Palestine to protect theirs?
So I'll just make it really clear, and I'll try to answer in like 3 sentences again. You have the Taliban. Let's just focus on the Taliban because you named a lot of groups. When you have Syria having a revolution and they have the rejection of al-Assad, which was a dictator which oppressed basically most minorities in the group, Alawites, Druze, any sort of people that were living in Syria, and then you start seeing who is the only country which is actually going out to protect the Druze. By the way, it's Israel, but that's a different piece. What you have here is you have groups when you have to fund certain groups. like Taliban or something. It's to thwart out really corrupt people who wish to do harm onto our allies. And goes from Lebanon to Yemen. It goes to Syria to Egypt.
Really quick. Are you saying that Syria is good?
No, not everyone in Syria is good, but
You're aware of the regime for like 50 years. You're aware the regime in Syria for like 50 years was an oppressive authoritarian state.
Israel's not an oppressive authoritarian state, but what they are
Well,
doing.
I didn't say Israel. I said Syria, but yeah, Israel's the same thing.
Yeah, no, Syria is not an oppressive. I mean, yes, they
Syria's
are super oppressive
not,
right now.
Syria's
no,
not.
you,
Syria's
what
not
you're
an
missing-
oppressive state under Assad.
No, one second. Under
You're
Assad,
telling-
it is. Under Al Jolani, it's a little different because Al Jolani
It's a
is the
little
new
different.
One.
There's
Al-Assad
like
was as
you're
thwarted.
talking
Yes,
a lot, but what you're saying is not true. There's serious
it is true.
concerns
If you look up the
happening.
southern Syrian, if you look up the southern Syrian
Can you
Druze-
stop? Can you stop? You interrupt me and then railroad the conversation. If you look at Syria as a whole, there is serious strife going on there because the current leadership is executing
Yes,
a
and
lot
who's
of
protecting
fucking
the
people.
Druze?
It's
Yes,
not
and
just
who in the
about. It's
government-
not just about one group.
It's-
We're talking about the
It is.
Syrian resistance killing a shit ton of people.
Yes, and do you know who they're targeting? They're targeting Christians and Druze. Druze.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
and-
The current
Okay.
government is attacking and killing people in a
Yes,
cleansing.
I agree. And it was
Cool.
it was just as bad. It was just as bad
good.
under Al
Then
Assad.
they're not right. Then they're not a good actor.
I'm not trying to say they're a good actor. What I was trying to say was you kind of got me and got you when I was trying to say that they're not oppressive, but I was trying to explain in which way. Because if you look at Syria before the 90s, before you had Assad, before you had al-Jolani, you had a bunch of ethnic groups in Syria like 94, before the revolution, that would really prefer to just go back to Syria. What you have here, though, is you have one state, which is Israel, which is 8,000 square kilometers, and you have the Arab world, which is 5 million square kilometers in size, 5 million compared to 8,000, I'll say it again. Israel is the size of New Jersey, yet they're the only group protecting the minority against the al-Jolani forces in Syria. So if you look at who really wants to protect ethnic groups, like if you go back from Operation Moses, when you had Israel taking the Ethiopian Jewish people over and most of them unalived, when you look at the Syrian Druze, when you look at 2 million Arabs that live in Israel, it's anything but apartheid or oppressive or whatever you want to say, totalitarian. It's nothing like that.
What, the Israel's not oppressive? Not oppressive?
No, Israel is a force multiplier of billions of dollars for the United States.
So
if you look
it's
at
not-
Iran, if
so-
you want to go back to
wait,
Iran,
wait,
Iran
wait,
is the
wait,
oppressive
hold-
nature.
Oh fuck! he
Iran
keeps
is oppressive.
God damn it! He talks.
You just
so
asked me a
fast.
question. I just answered it.
No, you're just
Israel's
like
not oppressive,
talking-
Iran-
You're
Iran is not
talking
oppressive.
a lot. Israel's not oppressive by
I
dropping
mean,
bombs.
Israel's not oppressive, and Iran is oppressive. Yes.
Shut the fuck
You-
up! Fuck, he can talk. God damn it. Talk slower. It's like that thing where you're like, I gotta get all this out. You notice how I don't have to fucking talk super fucking fast? You're gonna tell me that dropping bombs on tent cities and watching kids burn, that's not oppressive? That leveling entire
300,000
buildings
were
is
starved by
oppressive?
IRGC.
Can you tell me, what do you mean they were starved by the IRGC? You're blaming Iran?
I said
Well, then you're
300,000
blaming Iran? You're blaming Iran for Israel cutting off aid?
Well,
What the
actually,
fuck?
I could
What are you
make- I could
talking
make that
about?
argument.
Get the
I
fuck
could make
out of
that
here.
argument.
Hold on, that's crazy
make that
talk.
argument.
That's the most
Because Iran
Darvo
comes to
shit
Israel.
I've ever fucking. Well, Iran
I
did
didn't
this.
say
I
that,
don't
but
care
you're
what
running
Iran
with it.
did. If you want me to talk fast, I'll talk real fucking fast. I don't care what Iran did. I care what Israel did because Israel's our fucking ally. It's like if your friend goes
Yes.
over and shoots someone, right? It's like, fuck, that's really bad. But you know what that other dude did? I don't need to do that because I care about this fucking guy shooting people.
Everyone knows.
Iran
yeah, but everyone
dropped
knows-
bombs on tent cities. Iran has killed like 50,000 people at this point. They have literally leveled all of North Gaza.
You mean
There's
Israel,
nothing left
right?
to
You mean
talk
Israel.
about. They are an oppressive state.
Actually,
Can
you mean
people in
Israel,
Gaza
you mean
leave?
Israel.
Can people in Gaza leave Gaza?
yes, they can. Yes, they
Where can they
don't
go?
wanna be
Can they
part-
go through Rafah? Can they go
to
through the
Egypt.
Rafah crossing?
They can go to, yes, they can. They can go through
Really?
Egypt.
Where's it? Show me. Right, cool, awesome. Show me one single story where people from Gaza are being able to go through Rafah.
Well, you're gonna lose that.
No. I'm tired of your fucking talking. Go do it. Go do it.
Do what?
Find me where
I
Egypt
already
is
know the
accepting
statistics.
people from Rafah.
You can look at Colonel John Spencer's analysis.
Find me where. No, I didn't. Listen, you're not understanding what I'm saying. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're pissing me off. You need to go find a fucking article that shows me that Egypt is letting people in from Gaza. You talking fast does not make that fucking article appear. Go find me one.
Okay, fine. I'll find you an article.
Cool, awesome. Show me where Egypt is accepting mass refugees. Thank you. We'll wait.
Yeah, sure.
Don't talk.
They already left.
Don't talk.
1.5 million and
Don't talk.
2 conservative estimates.
Don't talk. I'll save you the time. I'll look it up for you. Is Egypt accepting Palestinians? I think they've accepted some. Egypt's stance on accepting Palestinian refugees has been generally one of rejection of large-scale permanent resettlement and fearing it contribute to ethnic cleansing and instability in the region.
It's not ethnic cleansing.
I don't give a fuck what you call it until you
know,
find me an article. Nothing you say has any. I don't.
You can
Go
just
find
say
me.
a bunch of things, and then I can say
No,
nothing
I
until
don't
find an
care.
article
No,
that
no,
shows
I
you
don't
that
care.
Palestinians left to Egypt.
Yep. Go find me where they can. Where Egypt is accepting them.
It's interesting. I actually saw an article about 2 days ago that said that despite the blockade of Palestinian migrants into Egypt, the Egyptian people are sending across riverways and ocean waters bottles full of baby formula, flour, and rice.
Fucking weird, dude. Huh?
Egyptian citizens are sending bottles full of formula and rice over
Yeah, they're sending them
waterways
downriver.
to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing,
So
they're
again,
not.
Egypt's fault or Israel's fault.
And
because
we
they
don't
have a
need to
border with
talk
Egypt,
about
right?
anything else until you find me that source or admit you're wrong. You know what the thing zealotry and fanaticism gets you? It gets you put in the predicament you're currently in. Where you
Not
don't
really,
have a
because
defense.
you kind of been beat on every point. I
I haven't been beat on a single fucking point. You haven't been beat on a single fucking point. You were wrong about fucking Syria. You were wrong about fucking
wasn't wrong.
Afghanistan.
What?
You were literally wrong about the fact that the United States was funding them. You try to be like, oh, well, they funded different groups. No, they funded the Mujahideen. You tried to talk about, like, you've been wrong on every fucking point. You also told me that Palestinians can just walk out of fucking Gaza. So find me where Egypt is allowing them to do that.
It appears you're not tracking, but it says right here. Escaped OSCH data, which is actually very, very humanitarian affairs data, which is actually not very well regarded. But I'll even go to that.
Did you find a number? You find where Egypt is saying, "Come on in"?
No, I agree. Egypt doesn't allow them in, but why would that be Israel's?
Okay, then you're wrong.
Why is that Israel's fault?
The argument is if Israel
answer
is
first
oppressive.
question?
The argument is
So is
that
it
Israel,
Egypt
the
by-
don't interrupt
again?
me. Don't interrupt me. You're fucking going. I'm fucking tired of your shit. You talking quick doesn't make you right. It's crystal clear to me that you've been fed a bunch of fucking propaganda in the Middle East and don't actually know what you're fucking talking about. Do you know what deobandyism is?
Have you ever been to Israel?
Do you know? I don't need to
Have you
fucking
ever
be
been to
there.
Israel?
Can you tell me what deobandyism is? Do you know who Mullah Omar is? The Northern Alliance? Ahmed Massoud? Gulbuddin Hikmatyar? Imran Khan? Do you know any of these fucking names? You know who
I know
Hafez
a
al-Assad
couple of
is?
them.
Do you know who Basil al-Assad is? Do you know who Manaf Talas is? Do you know any of these fucking names? These are important Middle Eastern names. No?
Without having
okay,
I knew
good.
some
Then
of
shut
them.
the fuck
I knew
up.
some of what you were mentioning. But I
Yeah,
don't know
probably
all of them.
Hafez al-Assad. Cool. Did you find? So they're not taking them. So the point was, Israel is oppressive. Israel
So,
is oppressive.
again-
And they're not
again,
letting
I'll ask
people
you the
leave
same question.
Palestinian.
I'll ask you the same question I've been trying to ask you. So you have 5 million square Arab territory, none of which allows Palestinians in. You have Lebanon, which keeps Palestinians stateless. You have Syria, Jordan, and Egypt, which voted against the Palestinian state at the UN, perpetuating the Palestinian plight. And yet you're here saying
You
that
have
this
who?
8,000
Sorry,
square kilometer size of New Jersey. One second.
Sorry, you have who?
Yeah, that's
Hold on.
interesting.
Hold on really
You're
quick.
going to interrupt me
No,
right.
I was asking you a question. You have who that's not accepting them as a state?
You have Lebanon. Hezbollah backed, and Hezbollah controls a lot of the government, but Lebanon keeps Palestinians stateless. You can look it up. Lebanon does not allow Palestinians. You have this 8,000 square kilometer tiny little country the size of New Jersey, which has 2 million Arabs already, and then you're saying that these countries that aren't accepting Palestinians are in the good, and it's actually Israel, this tiny country, which is keeping them stuck there, even though they have a border with Egypt. If you look at
Israel,
1948, where the
why do
Muslim
they need to live? Why do they need to leave?
They need to leave because they started a G-side in October 7th when they kidnapped
They
over 300
started a
Israelis.
G-side in
Yes, they did.
October
They
7th.
kidnapped 300. They did. I'll explain
So
how
if
it's a
you
G-side.
start
It's
a- hold on, so
purposeful
if you
intent
start a fight
of
with
wiping
me
out
and I
people
ki-
based on.
If you start a fight
If
with
you-
me and I kill your entire family, does that?
It depends because like if I was gonna blow up the whole city, then yeah, you should unalive me. You have to see that. that
Yeah.
age
So
group-
I'm sure like there were some Jewish people that committed crimes in Germany before the Holocaust, or like some Armenian people that stirred up trouble.
Okay,
There were
you said
also
that, not
no
me.
Arab nations that voted against the resolution calling for Palestinian statehood. I don't know where you got the idea that there were, but if we're talking about the
No,
May
you could-
something resolution, well, I just looked it up, okay, and it gives me a list of all of them that voted for it, all of which are Muslim nations.
When?
The total
After
list-
Oct 7? After Oct 7 or before
yes,
Oct
this
7?
year.
After
this
Oct 7.
year.
So you
yeah, stop.
so you
May,
so
yes,
you need to
May
look.
10th, 2024.
So was Palestine?
The resolution was supported by a vote of
So
143
was
in favor
Palestine-
and 9 against and 25 absentations. Algeria, Egypt,
Yes, that
Jordan,
was after
Kuwait,
Oct 7.
Lebanon, Libya, Morocco. Yes, that's what you're asking me for, is it not?
After Oct 7, no. How long has Palestine been pushing for a state?
Wait,
I
so are
just
you
said-
asking me?
when-
Are you
when
asking for a
Arafat-
resolution prior to October 7th or after?
Yeah.
There was
Before
hold on.
Oct
There
Guess
was a
what?
proposed. Wait,
All
really,
these
really
nations
quick, really quick. There was a
before-
hold on. Actually, this is great. There was a proposed resolution before October 7th, and then Benjamin Netanyahu allowed them to
No.
attack. Do you know that Benjamin Netanyahu was
That is
a-
actually
hold on.
crazy.
That's crazy. Do you know that Benjamin Netanyahu? So you're
Yeah,
hold on.
you're
You're
a
going to tell me?
lunatic.
Wait. Do you know that he was warned that this was going to happen by multiple different countries?
And Golda was also warned that the
That,
Jordanian
I don't. No.
Egyptian Syrian forces
I don't need you
would
to.
attack
No.
them from the north and south.
No. I'm going to interrupt you. Nope. I'm going to stop you right there. You're aware that Bibi Netanyahu was advised that this was going to happen before it happened.
And the United States was warned about.
I don't. No.
9/11.
Nope. That's a whataboutism. Do one more fucking deflection, and I'm kicking you out of the live. Matter of fact, I'm banning you. You're aware that Bibi Netanyahu was made aware of October 7th before it happened and allowed it to happen.
Yes, and I'm also aware of this
Cool,
thing called
awesome.
fog of war.
Fog of war? That he knew it was going to happen
Yeah.
and allowed it to happen?
No, the fog of war is that the fact is.
That's
is
not
that
fog
Israel
of
was
war,
surrounded by-
number one.
Wait,
Don't
the
use
seven-
a term
the-
you don't know what it is.
Yeah, John Spencer actually describes how it is fog of war in a million
It's
ways.
fog
but
of
he's the
war.
number
Hold on,
one-
it's fog of war. They weren't in war.
You're talking about an IDF which was overwhelmed by both attacking northern neighbors from Lebanon, which are called Hezi, and a southern one, which was A
How
group.
does that?
H
How
group.
does
You
that?
had
So
the
that.
Houthis in
so
Yemen
that. So
and
so
the
wait.
Iranians.
What's more?
all
So
sponsoring
really quick.
Shiism
So really
against
quick. So really
Israel.
quick. I could understand that a country knows something's going to happen and allows it to because it's necessary. I don't agree. I can understand it. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't do it. Right? Like there's a lot of talk that Pearl Harbor happened. The United States had to get into the war and they had to target Japan. Right? Like you can make that argument. I think that's a terrible argument, but you can make it. What you couldn't make is an argument that they allowed this to happen, something that was completely preventable, something that wasn't a major military attack, that wasn't a hijacking, that wasn't this super complex plan. It was literally people on paragliders. And then they use it to exterminate people in Gaza.
They didn't use that to exterminate people in Gaza. Actually,
So
the
wait,
Gazans
did
who
you
came
not
over
just
were the
say
ones
that? Hold on,
exterminating
did you not
Israelis.
just say that this was all justified because of October 7th?
That's not what I said.
Really?
I said.
You want me to
October
run it?
7th
You want me to
caused-
run it back?
I said October.
Do you
no,
want me?
Because you're trying to get me in another gotcha. But
It
I'll
is
tell
a
you what I
gotcha.
said
You want me to
exactly.
run it back? So then
It's
why are
not a
they still
gotcha.
bombing? Right. Because your excuse was October 7th to everything that Israel's doing.
No, what I said was, again, Iran if we go back to the center, which is what I was saying, what Israel was facing.
We
they were
all
facing
heard it.
7
You know what?
attacking-
No.
They were facing.
No. I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back. Do you want me to run it back? How long do I gotta run it back for?
7 minutes about.
Ugh.
When the files are released, let's say that
Am I in the wrong fucking one?
Different day.
What the hell happened to my? What the hell happened? Oh, there we go. Run it back. Everything did.
I said.
You want me to run it? You want me to run it? Hold on. Did you not just say that this was all?
Right. That's the comment had it right. I said they started a G side on 10/7. I didn't say they started. I didn't say what they got was anything like that.
Well, terrorist
the
attack is
G-side
not akin to a
was on 10/7.
genocide.
Well, the reason it's a G side is because of a lot of reasons.
Well, under what convention would
reasons
it
is
be
that
classified as a G side?
It's a G side because a G side in ethnic cleansing is the purposeful intent of wiping out somebody based on their ethnicity, race, or religion.
Which would mean Israel is doing what?
No, they're not, because they are attacking Gaza because they got attacked first.
They're
not purposely
attacking
trying to wipe out
Gaza.
the
So
Palestinians.
wait, no.
They want to get their 300 hostages back.
Right.
and
So
they
hold
want
on.
to-
So
to
wait.
remove HQ from power.
Wait. So, okay, let's play this game. Palestine attacked because Israel's attacking them.
No,
Your clown car's here.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Why
because
doesn't it
what you
work like
have
that?
was because you had it's like the same thing. If we didn't do anything about 9/11, there would have just been a few more 9/11s. If Israel does not do anything about October 7th,
If we didn't do anything about
Hamas's-
9/11,
Hamas's
wait,
goal-
hold on,
Hamas's
no,
goal-
stop. We caused 9/11. Fucking idiot.
so you think 9/11's an inside job and all that shit?
No.
So you just said we caused 9/11. That's
Yeah.
an inside job. That's literally the definition.
No.
So I got you on this one. Haha.
No,
Anyway.
you didn't. That's not what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
did,
at
'cause
all.
You said we did it to
Bro,
ourselves. You think that we gave Osama
I
bin
need you
Laden
to shut the
the
fuck
flight
up.
train-
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You are the most annoying fucking person I've ever had in here. And we've talked to some dumbasses. Stop talking. You don't understand my argument, Ethan. You like it's too complex for you. That's the thing. And then you
I've
just
been
keep
trying to get
fucking
out
stop
every
fucking talking.
argument, though.
Fuck. You were the most annoying motherfucker I've ever had in this live. And I'm done with you forever. Fuck, shut
Bye
up.
forever.
Fuck, shut up. Fuck.
Oh.
God damn. Just shut up. Like, I try to be chill. I'm trying to be like a chill person, a chill live, and these fucking guys just like fucking ramble. Shut the fuck up. Everything you've said has been categorically wrong. Jesus Christ. No, you don't
it
fucking
can't be classified
understand.
as a genocide either.
Fuck. Anyways. God. Just like fucking, the Energizer fucking buddy. Just shut the fuck up. God damn. That's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that we persistently continue to make these decisions that are short-sighted. And those short-sighted decisions inevitably come back to bite us in the ass. Right? You remember, Jaden, I talked at length about the war in Ukraine, and what my number one fear was that we were not going to fund them, they were going to collapse, and then we were going to be either forced or do some dumb shit like fund Svoboda or fucking the Azov Battalion when they were a neo-Nazi group, or any other number of neo-Nazi groups in that area, and create a larger problem with terrorist networks because it's convenient. We funded the Mujahideen, and the Mujahideen in Afghanistan. By the way, the Mujahideen is a general term for like religious freedom fighters, right? For religious fighters. And we funded them, though, the Mujahideen, the Afghanistan Mujahideen, and we left them alone. There were people in the Mujahideen that were not, we wouldn't view them as like amazing people, but based on the region, they would have kept it stable. Ahmad Massoud, the Lion of Panjshir, his son, who's now there working with the Northern Alliance, which, by the way, I think there's a conspiracy there because, like part of that conspiracy because Ahmad Massoud died like 2 days before 9/11. He was assassinated. So I've always thought that was kind of sus. But Imran Khan, Gulbuddin Hikmatyar, there's a number of different people that, although not good people, are not the fucking Taliban. And we could have funded or built a nation at that point that was stable, but we don't. Why? Because we go into a place, we fucking use them, and then we leave. And what happens when you have fucking an entire country that's been completely war torn, that has no fucking money at all, no infrastructure, and no concept of a nation? They fight. They go back into tribal warfare. You know that, like, what is it? They didn't have they didn't have shit. They didn't have cell phone towers. By the time we left, they finally had cell phone towers. They don't have roads to get places. They had one fucking road going through Afghanistan, and it was cratered. They didn't even have cars. They don't have mechanics. They don't have any of that shit. Nothing. And so we go into a place and we fucking destroy it, and then we leave. USA trusted Taliban wouldn't go back on human rights for women, and they went back. Yeah, the Taliban has been this like they're not a they're the Taliban learned a lot. This is what scares me about the Taliban, is the Taliban learned a lot from fighting the United States, and from having the U.S. in their country. They learned a lot about governance. They learned a lot about control. They learned a lot. And the thing that worries me about the Taliban is that they used to be like, just, we're going to do whatever. Like, the UN put together money to build them soccer stadiums, and they executed people in it, right? It was this big fiasco internationally. And, like, it was supposed to be the symbol of, like, yeah, Afghanistan's coming, and they just executed people in it. And they learned, though, and they became smarter. But they do have ambitions, and they have a lot of resources in that country that haven't been tapped into yet. A lot. And China's eyeing it. India is eyeing it. And I'm concerned. I mean, we build these long-term problems where we overthrow and undermine these governments, and then they come back years later, and then we're dealing with them again. That's all that happens. Years later, we end up dealing with it again. So, and I mean, we've seen, this is a repeat, by the way. If you look at countries that we actually tried to build up, right? Countries that were broken down and we built up. Japan, look at them now. Germany, right? These countries that we went into and started rebuilding, that were just war-torn as fuck, it's because we had a plan, we had a want, we had a whatever. But you look at these other countries that we go in and we coup, and they're fucking nightmares. They're nightmares. Anyways, we got Apollo. Else? I haven't gone off. I haven't crashed out like that in a minute. That actually pissed me off. I was actually not. Okay. That. It's like, stop. Fuck. He can fucking yap. Venezuela, fucking El Salvador. What other countries? Pretty much all of them. Even ones we don't know about. Apollo, what's up?
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Cuba.
Haiti.
Yeah, man. You kind of. I was just gonna come up and say like Central and South America. You kind of just made my point right there. Yeah, man. Appreciate what you do. That's all I had to say, honestly. I'm like, just give me more examples.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in. Yeah. Yep. Oh. And I just want to point out, by the way, the United States upheld Syria for a long fucking time. Mostly France. But the United States did help uphold Assad. So, Jordan, whatever, too. Egypt, the United States helps those countries. And look at what we get out of it. Saudi Arabia, we get far-right religious zealotry. And we get, extremists. That's what you get when you put people into economic turmoil, when you give, religious zealots a place, you have violent extremism. Anyway.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it is interesting. Do you know that the United States knew, whether they knew or not is a question, but the United States had, or at least there was a big part of what happened in Afghanistan in our invasion and in the Russian invasion in the 80s that established a lot of fucking people. Like a lot of different countries sent people, and then those people went back, and then they ended up with religious extremism and the global war on terror. That's really where we brought a bunch of people together that were just fucking awful people, and then sent them back. Exactly what we did. And then now we have the global war on terror. So, there's that. Anyway, if you were debating, hop in the box. If you guys want to support the channel, there is a Venmo Cash App in the bio. You guys can sub on any one of the platforms. We have a 30 sub goal on the night. You can also gift subs as well. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And that would be swell. Really good book if you want to learn about Afghanistan. I'd probably start with like just a YouTube video, but it's called Taliban. It's been updated. I haven't read the updated one. It's a really great book. Who wrote it again? What's his name? Ahmed Rashid. They actually interviewed him for like a HBO thing, and he talked about Gulbuddin Hikmatyar because Gulbuddin Hikmatyar put a hit out on him. Yeah. Taliban, I think, and by the way, Afghanistan, one of the most interesting places to me on Earth. It really is. It's a really fascinating place. So, like, here's like the most interesting part. Most of the Taliban did not grow up in the country. During the 80s, they all fled. Like 6 million refugees that were kids. Like 4 million went to Pakistan, and like another 2 went to Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, they were taught like a similar form of extremism, but in Pakistan, they were taught Deobandism. And this was funded by countries in the region. And then when Mullah Omar rised, who was a like tertiary member of the, honestly, it was probably Pakistan that did this, but when he was a tertiary member of the Mujahideen, like he wasn't that important, but he was a member. And he basically went and recruited all these kids that had been raised on extremism and then brought them into the country. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
The reason was called Deobandism. And then he went and recruited them. That's what Taliban means. It means student of Islam. You're welcome. You know that now. It's a fascinating country. Anyways, if you guys want to hop on in the box, would appreciate it. We got just me. Okay. Just me. I think this is Justin. Now you
What
know.
happened to all the? What's happening with all the ports being shut down? The boats sitting in the water waiting to dock. I remember you guys were like
Well, I haven't moved,
complaining
and
about
I
all
am the
that.
captain now. Wait, are you? Why does Trump get to like put a policy in effect? Reverse. We say what's going to happen, and then he reverses that policy, and you go, haha, that didn't happen.
Are we generating more tariff revenue than we were
Wait, can you
before?
just tell me that? Can you just tell me that really quick? Like, why does Trump get to say, I'm going to do something? We say this will happen. It starts to happen. He goes back on it, and then you guys go, haha, it didn't happen. Because his policies aren't implemented. The better question is, why did he stop his policy?
The tariff. What do you mean? We had record high tariff revenue.
So, taxes.
Well, taxes on importers and manufacturers.
No,
yeah.
that's taxes on us.
No, it's not. It's taxes.
Yeah,
on
it
the
is.
tariff.
Why is
The
this such a
importer.
hard concept to understand?
So wait a minute. I thought you wanted to tax corporations. I'm so confused.
I do.
Well, it's
I
not
don't
a
want to
tax
tax
on corporations.
us.
Yes, it
I'm not a
is.
corporation.
It's
I
not.
don't want to be taxed.
So why isn't it reflected in the CPI or the PPI?
Because it's a lagging indicator. And also, we don't actually know all what's been taxed. And these companies still have to calculate it in. I literally talked to Jared, who he runs CarBuzz. And he was like, yeah. Jared was like, yeah. I was in a room. He's like, I can't say with who, but a bunch of different bigwigs. And they were like, we have no idea how much the tariffs are going to cost us. That's what they said. So they're, by the way, they're still building cars on last year's fucking imports.
So you're talking about one particular product, but I just recall you guys saying you better stock up your shelves, hurry, because
Because he said he was going to put 150% tariffs in, he's backed it down to 25%. So I don't know how much we're actually going to have to pay on goods, but yeah, they're going to go up, and we're going to see it reflected in the CPI. Not yet, because it's a lagging indicator.
So when are we going to see it?
We're going to see it probably in the next, I don't know, however many months. It depends too, because some countries have tariffs, some don't. Some different businesses, I don't know. I don't know, right? Because, like, for instance, if you import into the United States and use a major cargo carrier, it's a 31% tariff now, 35, someone there is what he worked out. If you import as UPS, where you're not importing in bulk, it's over 50%. So which products are going to cost what? Which, I don't know.
Again, it's a prediction, and nobody knows. But what I do know is we've generated the tariff revenue already. And if you want to say it's a lagging indicator, sure, we could say that. But in the time being, the GDP looks good, wages are up. There's a lot of positive notes in the economy right now.
What did they say for restock? Wasn't it 4 months or something, Jane? I said it a while ago. It's something like a 4-month lag time. But we're paying more for goods.
Yeah.
Hold on. Why? How much? Can you do me a solid? Do you know how much money we've raised by tariff revenue?
What did they say? 100 and something billion?
No.
Let's see. May was 24 billion and change. June was 27 billion.
No.
Yeah, so
Additional.
about
Hold on. Additional revenue, not total.
Okay, I think it was at 7 million or 7 billion last year. Let's check.
I wanted to read up a few stats that I had pulled up here. This is from the CPI for all urban consumers. It increased by 0.3% in June 2025, seasonally adjusted, following up a 0.1 rise in May. Over the 12 months ending June 2025, the all items index rose 2.7, up from 2.4 in May. Core CPI, including food and energy, rose 0.2 in June, with the 12-month increase of 2.9% compared to the 2.8 in May. Specific categories showed tariff-related price increases. Apparel prices rose 0.4, household furnishing increased 1%, and food prices were up 0.3. Shelter costs and major CPI component rose 0.2 and were the primary driver for the monthly increase. The BLS also notes that while inflation remains moderate, tariff effects were starting to appear in goods prices, though not yet dominant due to forces like pre-tariff inventory stockpiling.
June 2024 was 6.3 billion.
Okay.
Right. So
And
it's additional, not total. It's not that much. It's like 30 billion or something.
yeah, so June
But we'll
was
we'll just give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll just say it's 150 billion extra dollars, whatever. Why did they just give away if we're raising tax revenue, why did they just give away $4 trillion to billionaires?
Are you talking tax cuts? Is that what you're
What?
talking about? What do you mean they gave $4 billion to billionaires? What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
They gave $4 billion in tax breaks to billionaires.
Oh, tax breaks. Yeah, they give tax breaks to everybody. They just
So
extended
why
the
would
tax.
they? Why? No, they didn't give tax breaks to
That's not a
everybody. Why
tax
would they
break,
give
that's an
tax? Why
extension.
would it? Why would it be a good thing to give tax breaks and then to give us taxes as tariffs?
But that's what I'm saying. It's right now. It's not a tax on the consumer.
No, it
You're
is.
predicting something
No.
that isn't.
Well, I
We're
just
not
read to you
predicting
how it
something.
is.
We're not predicting something. Tariffs are handed back to the consumer. This isn't
No.
an argument.
I
Yeah.
just
wait-
read BLS and
wait.
So-
CPI data for you.
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. December 2024. Did you know what the increase on the CPI was? It was 0.5. There was no tariffs involved then. The previous
Yeah,
month
the
was
CPI
0.4.
goes.
So I mean,
Okay,
it
I
goes
just
up,
read
it
an
goes
increase
down.
of 2.7.
We actually had deflation in
Is my
March.
microphone working?
Yeah, it
it's
is, but we actually had deflation. So if you look over at Trump's last couple months, it's kind of been flat.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
it hasn't.
Like
I
I
just
said,
read to you
it's
the
a
numbers.
lagging indicator. For the first 3 months, he did not add a tariff. After that, Okay, he didn't add a tariff for the first 3 months.
So we should probably have this conversation in 3 months. December is really where we're going to know.
Well,
On
he
your
keeps
prediction.
changing it. We don't need to. Like, here's the thing, bud. Everyone in this room that's a leftist and on the left already knows what's going to happen. We already know what's going to happen.
Well, you're pretty confident in that. We'll have to see what happens, right? Because we
Have
haven't
to
seen it
s-
yet. Yeah,
Huh?
you're predicting something that hasn't
You're
happened
seeing
yet.
it now.
No, no, we're
I just
not.
gave you the numbers. I just gave you the numbers.
So why did inflation go up in December, in November, higher than it was this last month?
How much did it go up?
0.5.
Let me see if that's accurate.
Okay. And wages are going up too, which is a positive note. April to May was 0.39.
April to May was 0.39.
So one of the
Sorry, I
indicators that
wasn't
it
listening.
cites is the avian flu outbreak, which affected egg prices and egg related prices here, having to do with that general region of November to December.
Yeah. And what did Trump do to solve that problem? Do you know?
Killed 20 more birds.
No, he imported 50% more from Brazil.
Okay. He still killed 20 million more birds.
But he brought the prices of eggs down by increasing imports.
But this isn't, by the way, this isn't unique to that year.
Eggs are
Prices
not.
generally tend to go up in November and December.
Eggs are not down, bud. I don't know where you live. They're not down for me.
Yeah.
They're still like
There's a
$7.
there's a seasonal volatility related to holiday-related expenditures. So, you know, there's an increase of demand, less such of a surplus to provide for that. All right.
Well, then I'll be back in 3 months.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Ta-ta.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
So, it's your birthday next month.
Yeah.
Which is like a few weeks or days. What do you want?
Yeah. Huh?
What do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah, for your birthday. It's not an answer.
Oh, cool. Nice. Appreciate it. I don't know who said
That's
that.
cool, yeah.
Poor chick. Appreciate it. Thank you. Nice. Thank you.
What can I buy you with my tariff rebate money?
You can
That's
send it to
supposedly we're
me through Venmo or Cash App.
Okay.
So, that's all. Don't need anything.
All right.
Just cash.
Okay. Sounds good. What day
Eh.
is it?
Today?
No.
Oh,
birthday.
It's yeah, it's on the 13th. Leo.
Okay, I thought so.
It's Leo
Yeah.
season, baby. I don't know what that
I had
means.
to double check.
The
It
Mercury's
means
in
nothing.
Gatorade.
Astrology is bullshit.
It's Leo season and Mercury's in Gatorade.
And nobody cares.
Anyway, if you guys want to
Yeah.
double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, would appreciate it. That would be swell. That would be cool. Mercury is in the Gatorade. Oh, it was a double meteor shower last night.
Oh yeah, you went to check that out.
I didn't see a fucking thing.
Lame.
Nothing. Nope, not a thing. Yeah. It was like, it's supposed to be later tonight. I was like, fuck. I didn't want to go. I was going to go out to the mountains, go up to, a high peak or something. No, I didn't drive that far. I was like, I'm tired. I'm like, I was wired when I got off live, and I knew, like, I'm gonna be, and I was gonna be tired. So,
That's right. I hate astrology.
ever hate astrology?
Yes. People
fair.
who think they can whittle down one's entire personality and life story into the month they were born in are fucking idiots, okay? I can stand on that. You
Well,
think
you
that
don't know.
somehow you know me more just because I was born on a certain day at a certain time at a certain month, the fucking lining of the stars and the moon or some shit, the ocean water. I don't know what the hell it is.
You're a
That makes sense?
you're a Scorpio, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that tracks.
exactly. That bullshit. And you're such a Virgo.
I mean,
It's bullshit.
sure, but it's
And people
fun.
fucking no, it's not. What is the fun?
It does.
I,
It does.
I'd
You know what the
rather-
crazy part is? It
No.
does actually track. It does actually
No,
track.
it
That's the
doesn't.
crazy part.
No,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
just
It really does.
guesses people make.
Okay,
I've seen
fine, it's a
people who are
guess, but
more
it
in
tracks.
line with the Scorpio description that were born in May. None of this crap makes sense.
Were they
I would
water
rather
signs?
things like I like birthstones. That shit's cool. It doesn't mean anything, but I like those. But having a birth sign, that means nothing to me.
Hmm.
I'm a topaz.
Hmm.
Means nothing. And like this whole fucking compatibility bullshit. Oh, what is it? I'm a Taurus. We're in alignment.
We have a
No, we're not. I
right-wing-
hate you.
We have a. Oh, there was a right wing American.
Oh, we got somebody?
Yeah, they left.
Oh, we could have added them.
I have a Scorpio in my chart. I don't know. John did it one time and told me a bunch of stuff about me.
What's up?
Stargazer.
What's up, Stargazer? Are you debating?
Are you a Scorpio?
To be honest, I'm further right than Trump, so I didn't vote for him, even though I could have.
Virgo, right?
So,
You Gemini? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Aquarius.
I mean,
Capricorn.
I don't support Trump, but I would debate on like immigration.
Ball
or-
glazer. What's up? So are you debating? Are you debating?
Yeah.
All right. What are we debating today?
Well, as I said, I don't support Trump because I'm further right than him, so I'd probably immigration would be more.
Okay, well, I guess we don't have a debate.
You're not going to debate
You don't
immigration?
support Trump. No, he doesn't support Trump, and I don't want to debate a Nazi, so.
Oh, is he a
Like-
Nazi?
Here we go with like the name calling, and then you're taking
Wait, no,
the-
real
name
talk. Are
calling is
you
a
a fascist? Are you a fascist?
No, not by my definition.
Why don't
I
you
mean, if
support
you think being a fascist is anyone who's like further right than Trump, then I guess if that's what
Well, I
you
think
define
Trump's.
fascist-
I mean, yeah, I would say Trump is a fascist. So anything to the right of that, yeah.
Okay, so maybe by your definition, I don't think that.
No, I would say by virtually
I don't
every
really have
definition
anything in
of
common
every
with any
academic.
type
I
of
would
civilian
say
or
I would say
black
Trump is a
person.
fascist. I would say Trump is a fascist by every definition, by every academic I've read, and my own understanding of fascism.
Yeah, but I don't have anything in common with like the black shirts of it. Like, what do you describe fascism?
Fascism is far-right, fanatical ultranationalism characterized by extremist, ultra-conservative, traditionalist, and conservative beliefs. Sorry, I fumbled up a little bit there. But
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
yeah,
when
I am a
people have a
nationalist.
fanatical want for ultranationalism and they're willing to scapegoat a group of people to do
I mean,
it.
I am a nationalist, but I don't think Trump is a nationalist. He's very pro-Israel. He just puts Israel first, I would argue. So,
Trump is very much a nationalist. If you don't think he's a nationalist, then you're definitely a fascist. You want to
maybe,
talk him,
maybe in
Jaden?
spirit, but he's been
No.
like,
Okay.
manipulated.
Anyway, we don't.
Usually spirals into some racist tirade, and I didn't want to get
Yeah,
into that.
usually they. Yeah. The extremists. I'm gonna be real. I hate nationalism. Like, I think that. So I mean, yeah. Is there really? I think like patriotism is okay. But do people, like, is there any benefit that comes from nationalism? Like, I don't share anything with people in fucking bumfuck Alabama. You know what I mean? Like, we don't share any values. Like, the one thing we share is a name. And it's a weird thing. You know, like nationalism is toxic. Like, that's the problem, is that nationalism, like, patriotism and nationalism are two different things. And, like, when you put nationalism, it's like you're just going to put the nation above everyone in it, right? That's usually what it is. Or it's putting the nation above your area. If that's the thing, if you're like, hey, we got to come together, whatever, it's mostly patriotism. So I don't really see a benefit of nationalism. Like, nationalism has a benefit to unify countries, but then when it goes fucking haywire, it turns crazy. I don't really know, like, to be honest with you, where the line is there. Like, where it's like, this is acceptable nationalism and this isn't. I would say, generally speaking, if you put your interest above like the lives of people in other countries, then it becomes toxic. If you put the nation above the people in it. So I think like patriotism is probably more akin. Nationalism will get you to do some crazy shit. Like, nationalism is not all bad, but it's like there's a spectrum, and there's like 5% that's not, and then it's like gets way like the other 95% is not. I think patriotism is the way to go.
His brew of it, which I didn't really feel the need to listen
Nelson
in on
Mandela's
too much.
limit. Huh?
His brew of nationalism, which is far right nationalism, is not one that I'm inclined to support.
No.
Or listen to, really.
No, I would say leftist nationalism, like, to a degree, like, not authoritarian, just like, we're going to unify as a country to make sure everybody in it is doing well. I'm fine with that. But nationalism, as it's mostly used and mostly defined, would be like what the right perceives it as. The nation, right? And everything else in it is detrimental to the nation. Things that they view as detrimental to the nation have to be removed. And that's when you get into fascism. Right? Like, the reason people don't want immigrants is because of ultranationalism.
Right.
Right? Because if like me, if I was to say, like, I'm a nationalist for a second, and I believe in, like, nationalism to a degree, right? Which I think I do. Like, it's not like it's not like I'm against the country or anything like that. I don't want that to come across. Like I don't want, like, oh, we need to, whatever. But, like, if I was to accept that, like, okay, this is what I want nationalism to be, right? It would be really like, okay, this area is going to do well, this area is going to do well, that area, that area, that area, that area, that area. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to all make sure and take care of each other. But it frequently becomes, this group is destroying America. And I think part of nationalism should be allowing immigrants. That's made America great. We got all the best parts of the world here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But they don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Any world without Latinos is one I don't want to be in.
Nationalism just frequently becomes extremism.
Yep.
Really what it is. So anyway, and it's usually built off idealism as opposed to like interpersonal relationships or like actually like community building. It's built on an idea as opposed to like, you know, and what's that idea going to be in nationalism? I genuinely think the idea should be like, we're going to help people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We got Q. He's coming in here to tell us about
him.
Q. He's coming in here to tell us about America and QAnon.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro.
Shout out to all my crackers, and shout out to all my smoke detector neglectors.
Damn.
Jesus, I could literally smell the cigarette stains on your skin. It's Monopoly. Well, he lost.
We've had dust bowls less dry than that. Anywho.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Anybody want to hop in the box and debate, or you got any questions? Anything like that? Otherwise, give us some ideas and stuff to talk about. If you guys want to support the channel, there is a Venmo Cash App at the bio. You guys can join the Patreon, as well as you can gift subs. So
Monopoly. I hate Monopoly. Every fucking iteration of it, SpongeBob Monopoly. I don't even like the Muppets Monopoly. It's all the same game that nobody knows how to play, and they fucking fuck the pieces up and lose them, and the money's everywhere. It's shit. I hate it. That's all.
yeah. It's true.
Somebody was in the box, I think. Oh, no.
Tom Cotton.
Jaden Trigger.
That name just
I
sounds.
just hate Monopoly.
Tom Cotton's so racist, even his name sounds racist.
It does sound like a racist caricature.
It really does. Actually, it does. It sounds like a comic strip name. Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Tommy? It's a great name.
Yeah. Thanks, man. You too. You too, man. I like your name too. I just, I've been thinking about the, God, what's the word?
Did he?
No, that too. That too.
Epstein files?
Partly to do with that. It's all a MAGA, and like QAnon and how they go to like such great lengths to this, believe in these conspiracy theories despite all the evidence. But when it comes to Trump and all the evidence and the ties he has to Epstein, they just refuse to like
I
remove the
got a,
whole.
I got a question. If anybody knows the answer, because I was thinking about this. Like, it's been back and forth in the news, and we were screaming about it earlier on. Why all of a sudden did this blow up again? Does anybody know? I was like,
I don't know, but I don't mind.
why did this? Who started pushing it? Does anybody know? Because I was just like, why the fuck is this up again? Like, I understand they're pushing it, but like, why?
Little old me.
Good question.
Musk? Was it because Musk said that, and then they stopped talking about it for a long time, right? Elon's tweet popped it up, but then it like went away for a month or two, and now it's back.
It hasn't really gone
When did
away over the last few weeks.
New York Times released a story, but that was after, right?
Do you think there's any evidence that could be released that would sway MAGA about Trump? Is there
him on the
anything
Epstein
they're
list?
gonna believe it's made up no matter what?
Him on the Epstein list?
Yeah.
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 Or if it's documented that he's covering it up,
Uh-huh.
which is almost certainly the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I just thought I'd bring that up.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right,
Yeah,
take
you
it,
too.
man.
Thanks.
If you are debating,
Food
for thought. What's up?
Hello, gentlemen.
What's
Hello.
going on? What's your take?
What do you all think about Project Esther?
Can't say I've heard of it.
Don't know what that is,
should
but
look
I do know
into
who Emilio Estevez. What?
Oh,
Project.
Emilio! The mighty duck man himself.
What is it again?
Project Esther.
Trump's approach to combat anti-Semitism is a project of the Heritage Foundation, a
Pro-Palestinian-
conservative think tank based in Washington, D.C. that aims to suppress pro-Palestinian protests. What it classifies as anti-Semitism. I think it's insane. Don't we have First Amendment rights?
I mean, like, yeah. Like, I guess this is the first time you're hearing about it, but, like, when you look into it, it's like we roll off of Project 2025, and then we go into Project Esther right off the flip. And you have, like, Stephen Miller and, like, kind of wild, huh?
Well, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, this is both of these things were orchestrated by the Heritage Foundation, so I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you have Peter
Yeah.
Thiel, you have Stephen Miller, you have these people that are, like, literally broadcasting it right in front of our faces. It's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the debates and the protests help, right? Like, they bring awareness that people are in discomfort, but, like, what is it really doing for anything else to prevent it from happening? Because we are on the train track, like,
It's also
final solution kind of thing.
it's noticeable, or notable rather, that the movement here that you're talking about specifically targets left-leaning organizations, things like colleges and institutions and whatnot, more likely to have leftist people there, professors
Right.
and what have you. They're not targeting things like the Klan or Patriot Front or those that chant, Jews will not replace us. That's not under question here. That's not under hyper surveillance.
Have we already not started attacking Ivy League schools? Have we not? Like,
Yeah,
as,
right.
like,
This is just a furtherance of their disdain towards institutions. That's all it is.
Jaden, I
Yeah.
agree, and I like I'm indifferent, I guess.
Okay.
Um, because of everything that's been happening, it makes me feel indifferent. It's We are doing a full roundup of people in our nation currently
Mm-hmm.
that is setting into that whole play.
Yep.
So I don't know, like I get like the outer like outlook on it, but in reality, we are standing by almost and watching this happen
Well, there's still
33
pushback.
style.
People are still filing cases, lawsuits, suing successfully. Trump has had something like a 93% loss rate in court so far. So I'm not entirely apathetic. I think we're not
So
doing enough.
now
Certainly an argument for that.
we set the step back like I always forget his name. Thompson, Mike, is it speaker
Johnson? Mike
or
Johnson?
Mike Johnson? Um,
Yeah.
he pushed everything back till September. Do you think that that is a part of they're waiting on Trump to like majorly decline in order to push like because they did the meeting, they had that meeting right, and so like JD Vance was there. I think Peter Thiel was there. Do you think that that would be a part? Like, I'm not like like no fear mongering or anything like that. No like trying to false propaganda or anything, but like they were there for these meetings,
Well, I
and
don't think that they're expecting him to rapidly decline in about 2 months. I think they're just buying time. They're hoping that this is drowned out by the news cycle over the next 2 months and that it doesn't become a major talking point going into the midterm elections next year.
so why do you think they pushed everything off? As far as like the files, everything, like they just stopped everything. You don't think they're waiting for him to like because what like even if there are major names throughout that list or whatever, like if it ever comes out or like what, so be it. Like if he's gone, then there's no reason for them to not be able to take full charge because then the promise is almost upheld at a certain instance, right, or circumstance.
Yeah, I think it's just buying time. Honestly, that's really just the simplest answer I can give you. They don't want this story to be perpetuated any further, so they're trying to hide and wait until it dies out.
Because where have you seen like where's Bondi? Like where's Patel? Like where's everybody?
They're
Bongino?
doing
Like,
podcasts.
yeah, exactly. They're not talking about this. Like they're 2 weeks. Give it another 2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
kind of ordeal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
then out of it, like you have like this strong hand of what we call MAGA, and it's what are they gonna do? Are they gonna like flip ship to Vance and like Peter Miller and Teal's just gonna sit back on the back burner again, like justifying everything that happens while Congress or like nobody's doing anything, like even like and this is like left to right, like nobody is doing anything. Like we have certain senators and certain like governors that are like stepping up and trying to speak, but they're getting ripped out of courthouses for opinions
Mm-hmm.
or like their freedom of speech. Like our whole constitution is being ripped apart in front of our eyes, and we're trying to protest about it, but nothing is happening because what do we do aside from start a revolution? Like that's crazy, but it might be necessary. And I'm just saying, like I'm just speaking out of like what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Well, hey, we're trying to get some opposition here, but thanks for coming up
Yeah.
and sharing your perspective.
Well, Tommy, I've been following you for a really long time. I appreciate what you do. Thank you for having me up. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Keep fighting the good fight. And
All right.
No.
cheers.
Take care.
Take care.
Is it what's Blazer? Blazer? Who is he? Are they still doing debates?
Who?
What's her name? I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot his name. Blazer Seahawks fan. What's his? Never mind. Anyways, if you guys want to hop in, if you guys got a question, if you want to debate, there's 750 people in here. 750. So hop on in the request. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Hop on in the request. Too many prominent people may be in the file and setting up a plan to quash the rumors. I think it's gonna get out. This is like a big thing. I don't think they're gonna be able to hold it in. Like the Democrats are pushing hard for it. The Democrats are
Yep.
pushing hard. So I
And
think that's
Republicans are
exactly what's
boxed into
gonna
a
happen.
position where if they say no, it'll look like they're covering it up.
Well, it already does.
Well, they are, yeah.
Right, it already does. So I'm gonna we got a debate. Oh, I think we got a debate. Unless you have this, then I'm gonna take a second and try and stretch my back out because I woke up with a gnarly headache. Like I slept on it
All right.
wrong, and I spent the entire day trying to fix it. So, Air, what's up? Airball.
What's going on, man?
What's going
Hello.
on? I'll just talk to Jaden for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think one of the main things he's done is actually surrounded him with people that know what they're actually doing. If you actually sit down to look at some of these people that he's picked,
Oh, I have.
Treasury Secretary.
Yeah. I've looked at the people he's appointed, including the new CDC director. Have you heard of her? Susan Monares? Susan Moranes.
No, I'm not familiar
Monares,
with who
excuse
she
me.
is.
So she's the first CDC director to be confirmed and not have any kind of medical degree.
Yeah, I mean, so if you know, like in business, sometimes it's better to appoint somebody that not necessarily familiar, so they're actually asking the questions that need to be asked about that situation. I don't know her specifically, so I couldn't point. But that's a common thing.
Susan
That's a common.
Monares.
What happened?
Susan Monares is her name.
Yeah, so I'm not necessarily familiar with her, but so more so I was focusing on um uh the David Sachs is another one. The AI and cryptos are. He is a well-known dude in the industry
I mean, like, wouldn't you
of
want
tech.
people to be well informed in the positions that they're holding in order to do the best, most capable job possible?
It like I said, it depends on, like, I don't know her background, so what necessarily the hash does she have?
So she's a longtime civil servant. She's a health scientist, but doesn't have a medical background, leading up the Center for Disease Control and Prevention.
Yeah, on that one, like I said, I don't have the information on that. So
Okay.
I'm more so was focused on economic.
What
And
about, sure, what about Robert Kennedy?
yeah, actually, I mean, outside of his, some of the affiliations with the APAC situation, outside of
We're
that,
not
like
talking
his,
about Jewish people here. We're talking about whether or not they're competent for the jobs that they were selected for.
yeah, I feel like, I mean, first of all, I actually feel like he's a genuine human being.
That's not what I asked. You can shoot some, I don't know, you could shoot geese with him for all I care. It's whether or not he's capable and qualified to doing the job he's holding. The answer is very clearly no. I think the mass exodus of scientists in his department has been an indicator. I think the litmus test that he's had on hiring, I think the rollbacks and protections that we've had for things like asbestos hasn't been a particularly good move for public health. There's a reason why right now we have some of the largest cases of measles right now happening this century.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the direct correlation, but so you
I
don't like
do.
Dr. Oz? You don't like Dr. Oz
I don't like
being
any
a part?
TV doctor.
Okay, so you don't like. So did you hear about the announcement they made about bringing advancements to the tech, with tech in the health industry, being able people being able to have access to their easy access to their uh health information.
So that's
So they
about
just
digital health, but at the same
correct,
time, he's
which this
against
is so.
expanding. At the same time, he's against expanding Medicare and Medicaid, which would cover more people.
I mean, of course, I mean these topics are like you we can speak at it to the level that we understand it, but so what I think is actually happening is that the tech side of things and AI is actually under is recreating a new foundation of how things is ran. So some of the cuts that may be happening in healthcare is going to be um less impact because of the efficiencies coming from AI that is going to
What?
help make it a better system. So if you have a
AI
better
is not there
system,
yet.
but AI is there. That's the thing.
It's
People
not.
aren't, but it
AI is
is.
not prepared to take on millions of Americans' healthcare policies and plans and procedures.
Yeah, I just think differently. Like it's not slowing down, and if you take into account some of the um like some of the stories that they spoke of today about how they were already able to make advancements given that people were able to give their information to the AI, and the AI was able to diagnose what people was going through for over 10 years, that no doctor was able to pinpoint what was going on. They gave their information to the AI, and the AI was able to clearly diagnose it, and it bypassed all the specialists, everybody that knew everything about everything, and the AI just figured it out like today, like now. So it's like it might not it's still like growing and it's still becoming a part of it, but it's not slowing down anytime soon. It's only going to get better and better as far as their capabilities with AI. So by the time like these things transpire, like this shit is like I keep track of the AI stuff. So it's like, and I'm not trying to say I know the most, but the speed that from week to week and month to month, this shit is like getting way more advanced. So it's like it's only a matter of time before it catches up to these old archaic systems. Like I don't know the last time anybody's been to the hospital or had to schedule something. This shit takes forever. Like and it's like a bogged up system. Like with these new AI systems, it's gonna be able to reduce that like that flow and able to get the people at a quicker manner over time and make it a more efficient system. So I think that
Okay, I don't disagree that it does do good things within its capabilities, but what you're arguing is simply not reality. In any way, shape, or form, suggesting that somehow it can diagnose people through an app or get them treatment faster or get them prescribed to medications or anything like that. All that it does is makes a easier scope of data being transferred between patients and their providers and insurance companies. It doesn't diagnose people. It doesn't do any of these things. It just replaces
yeah,
paper forms.
I don't know the specific app that they were speaking about. I gotta do some more research on that. But it's this stuff isn't like it's not like that. It's not as if it's that complicated for these AI companies to figure this shit out. It's like this shit is like
Yeah, this is what AI should do, but you're suggesting that somehow this has to do with them getting treatment easier, faster, what have you. It really doesn't. It just makes
I'm saying
appointments
that
easier.
I'm saying that given the focus on AI, it's helping to get it to that stage quicker than it normally would have. Like given if you look at the AI plan that they presented, they've gotten rid of the red tape to be able to build out the infrastructure um and move it along quicker. So that would mean that the quicker they're able to build out the infrastructure, the faster the AI systems will be able to grow
That's
and build
great.
off of
Why
it.
doesn't this address the access to care issue in America?
What do you mean?
The fact that people cannot afford to go to the doctor, and when they do, they're faced with high deductibles, premiums, co-payments, and administrative cost.
Yeah, like I'm interested to actually look at the numbers on this because if with the unemployment rate being at damn near like the lowest, like it's like we're not having the issue with people having jobs. So if they have jobs, most of them should have some
It's not a
level of
matter of
health
them
care.
having or not having jobs. It's about access to care.
So what I was equating to the jobs was they should have been provided with some type of health insurance. The majority, I would assume.
Yeah, the issue
Or
I have with that is one, not all jobs cover that. Cover all medical
yeah, in
needs through the insurance
2025, a job
provider.
that doesn't cover health insurance, I mean, what kind of job is this? Because like the
There's a lot
most
of shitty
basic,
jobs out there, but even still, that
well,
doesn't address the cost of things. Even with an insurance provider, you're still dealing with administrative costs, deductibles, premiums, and co-payments. Why not just advocate for a Medicare for all system? And it doesn't even address the fact that hundreds of thousands of people lose their insurance each year if they're fired or transfer jobs or what have you.
yeah, that's like so. I hear where you're coming from, but that's why I still point to the AI being the thing that is going to actually be able to take it over. It's gonna bring efficiency to the health market. It's just gonna happen.
It
There's
doesn't
no way
address the
around it.
cost.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna reduce the cost by having a more efficient system.
You keep saying that, you're not explaining how. You also said you
So,
hadn't read it yet, so.
no, when I'm speaking about the AI being able to basically handle these old archaic systems of filling out paperwork every time you go from one doctor to the next. This program and
Yeah,
that
that doesn't
program.
have to do with the price of treatment.
I mean, it's embedded in the cost. All these things doing paperwork is
No, it's not.
like 1990 type shit. This is stupid, dumb. Like we're way
That's not a
more
bulk of what
advanced.
the cost comes. That is not a bulk of where the costs come from when it comes to medical treatment and practices.
No, I'm saying so. Like one doctor and his staff can see how many people per day. It's finite because they're limited at these same old archaic systems. Once they upgrade the systems, then they'll be able to move more efficiently, which means they'll be able to see more people at a more faster rate, which means they'll be able to lower their cost of services theoretically in that example, and people will seek their health care and seemingly get better
How about
quicker.
this? Instead of arguing something that it very clearly seems as though you're not certain about what you're talking about, why not read about this? It's called the Health Tech Ecosystem Initiative. You're arguing points that don't exist, and I don't know that I have the time to
Yeah, no, so
debunk
like,
everything you're
so
saying.
hold on. I understand what you're saying, but like you can divulge some type of information and be able to forecast your own opinion on things
You know what's funny? You
and
can actually use AI to summarize what's in this initiative.
yeah,
So
that's
why don't you do
fantastic.
that?
No, that's fantastic. But without even having to do that, you could just understand that AI is taking over every industry. So you don't even need to necessarily look at
Okay, I
you got
should
hold on, because
understand
look,
the
because hold
scope
on
of
real quick,
that.
if you look at the private sector moves before anything. They are already in advancement.
Uh-huh.
That's how you get. Hold on. This is how you get open AI before anybody is even aware of how these systems work. It's because they move beyond
Okay,
this whole
but
slow,
all you're
this
saying
slow
is that I
governmental
should just
system.
trust AI, and I'm just saying I
No,
need to
no, sir.
understand
You
the
should
skill.
be. You should be more informed.
Okay. You should be. You haven't even fucking read the damn thing. I'm
No,
just
no.
saying that we should approach this with some level of necessary precaution and understand how exactly this affects people positively or negatively. You're just coming in with this blind and saying that I should support it when you haven't read it.
I'm not coming into it blind. I'm
What's the
coming
name
at it
of
with
it?
an
What's the name of it?
I'm coming. No, I'm coming at it with an overall.
Uh,
Listen, sir.
What's the
I'm
name
coming
of
at
it?
it with an overall perspective of the AI industry. And then
Okay.
the AI industry will be able to advance each
It's not an
industry, correct?
industry. It's not an
Like
industry.
UAI.
Partially, you can't spell air without AI. So, I mean,
It's good.
artificial
That's a
intelligence
good. Yeah, that's a good.
realized.
That's
Your
a good joke.
intelligence
Yeah,
is
know what I'm saying?
artificial. That's true.
But
That's a good. That's a good
so
joke.
the
Yeah.
bigger aspect. Now, it's a long term. I intentionally named myself Air for a reason, but you know what I'm saying. Airhereforisall.com coming soon, but we won't have to get into that.
Where,
But
where's your brother?
Oh,
Where's
I
your
thought
brother
it was a
Ball?
reference to your head.
what happened? What you say? I
Where's your
didn't hear
brother
you.
Ball?
What the what? What's the? I didn't catch it.
Air.
Negative.
Never mind. Airball.
But yeah,
Never mind. Whatever.
the bigger
Where's your
thing
dog,
is
Bud?
the bigger thing is the gentleman has put some people in position that
Tommy, that one
really
went right over his head.
are
Airball.
they really are good at what they do. The Secretary Besant, this man is a killer. Lucknick, Commerce Secretary, killer.
So you're just naming people and saying awesome radical killer. What have they actually done?
Yeah. I mean, I think the Besant has been a part of investments for over 35
Can you be
years.
specific? What has he done since taking his position?
He's brokered deals. All these deals that they're talking about being
Can you
brokered,
be specific, please?
He's a part of all of the deals that's been brokered.
So which deals have been brokered, and how do they positively impact me?
European Union, Japan,
Tell me what's in
Indonesia.
it.
From my understanding, the European deal is $750 billion worth of energy purchase from the UE. From America, it's $600 billion.
I thought we
And
were going to be energy independent.
selling your energy to another country is a good thing.
You said that we're buying it from them.
No, I didn't.
You just did.
No. I said the EU.
You may have misspoke.
It's all right.
I said the EU is purchasing from America. So
Okay.
$750 billion. That's a good thing. We like that, or we don't like that.
I think that we should manufacture renewable in the United States. Everybody wants manufacturing jobs. How are you going to do it? Renewable energy.
Yeah, if we're talking about things like coal and oil, I don't really think that's a net positive. I mean, you,
I think
you
that's
mentioned the
just
word
going
finite
backwards.
earlier. Right.
Yeah, that's just going backwards. Like, we're selling a bunch of energy to them, which they need, but, we have the manufacturing capability of building, like, all of the new green infrastructure that we could sell. And I don't understand why MAGA doesn't get behind that. They're for suckering the rest of the world. If we build this shit, which we have the tech to do, we could sell it, export it, list goes on.
I think some people actually disagree that it's actually green when you look at the makeup of like what
Well,
it
yeah, when we're
costs.
talking about carbon emissions, yeah, even in the extraction part of it, even in the construction, there's less carbon emissions that go into that than oil and gas and coal.
I mean, exporting natural gas and oil doesn't seem to be a problem for you, so I'm not sure why
Right. Why this
exporting
seems to
green
affect you.
energy is. It's like, oh, no, it is weird when people are like, yeah, burn everything. And then you're just like, hey, we should do renewable. That's too much. It's weird.
I think
Weird take.
I think both is good. But we're seemingly abundant in the natural resources.
Yeah,
and
it
we
should
need
be
to
a-
be able to utilize.
It should be a transition. Yeah.
Yeah, without the subsidies of the government paying for it.
We
No, I
already
think
do
that,
that.
I think we should
That was the
subsidize
main
it.
thing
I think we
that,
should subsidize it. I think we absolutely should subsidize it. 100%. We subsidize industry all the time. We subsidize telecom. We subsidize things that are going to make it easier for corporations. And this, by the way, is what China's doing on a daily basis. They're pumping out money to corporations so that they'll produce stuff. And that's why they're catching up. Might even be winning.
Well, yeah, they run a different system over there, which
Right, but that's the system that we're going to have to compete against. You know what I mean? It's like, have you ever seen like, you remember like the pole vault jump, not pole, where they go over it. They didn't used to go over it sideways, right? And it wouldn't make sense like for people to use the old style of jumping over stuff, or like pitching or hitting, right? Our understanding on like hitting or any other sport, right? If you're doing it the old way, you're just gonna lose to the guy that's doing it the new way.
yeah. But so like, I don't know if you are aware of like,
Like a good example. Look at all the box stores that went under with the internet, right? All like they all went under. They went under because they couldn't compete with the internet. Why? Because people did stuff new. If we're gonna be the fucking borders of the world if we don't throw money at it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with green energy, but I think we do have to press, literally no pun intended, to press the gas on the non-renewable, because
Well, the
we're competing, like what you're saying is we're competing with China at both fronts, but they're producing at levels that, 'cause on the environmental level they don't care. Like they 100 coal companies open. You can open up a damn week. They don't give a damn. They don't have nothing, no checks and balances on that. We are still trying to be like,
right, and that's
okay,
gonna be part of
but
international cooperation on that front. Like you're gonna have to have more international cooperation. But I mean,
yeah,
like if we
good
go back
luck
to
telling.
oil and coal, if we go back to oil and coal, we're just we're competing with Russia. The point is that if we want to sell stuff to China, what are we going to sell them? Green energy. They're beating us in a lot of ways, right? It's going to be a green energy race, and the country that wins is going to win. They're going to win the next 100 years, and we're behind.
Good thing we got the Nvidia chip and Nvidia company, because that's one of the main things pushing everything forward on our behalf, and so that's one of the
Blackwell, maybe, but
correct.
I mean maybe, but they're going to eventually catch up. Doesn't matter what we do, they're
Yeah,
eventually
that's
going to
why we
catch
got
up.
to put
You can think
all.
about it like this. You can think about it like this, right? You can build, like, let's say, like, there's a capacity, right? There's a capacity for AI and its influence on things because it requires other things, right? Like the internet. There was a capacity of 250 megabytes for 256 megabytes for 256 megabytes for computers for a long time. Now it's like a terabyte, right? Like, or 250 gigabytes is like the bare minimum. But like a terabyte, that's sufficient for most people, right? So there's a limit, and there's a limit on AI when you're talking about AI implementation, what AI can do, because AI is going to optimize a lot of different industries, but there's a lot of industries that it can't, and those things slow down productivity. So you know what I mean? Like I think that generally speaking, like AI is going to have a huge impact on the U.S. But at a certain point, whatever chip you produce, whatever you do, we could have a chip that's 10. It's like this. It's like the M1 chip in the computer of the Macs, right? Now they're going on M5 next year, right? There's not, like, you're able to do just about everything that you can on an M1 that you can on an M5. M5 is a little faster, but it's still going to get you there. It's going to be the same thing with AI. You can only optimize, like it's just diminishing returns. You could optimize with AI a factory to produce to be 2 times as quick, 3 times. Let's say it's 10 times, right? Maybe the other country only gets 9, and then you have a 10% gap or 10% more efficient. But there's other factors that are going to inhibit our ability to grow, like the cost of labor or whatever, right? It's kind of that deal, you know.
But we're still gonna.
We're
But the thing is, I agree with you on that. But the thing is it's gonna be first mover advantage. Whoever gets there first at this quote unquote peak of AI will dominate everything because of the speed that it will be able to move at. If they get there before us, it's game over. It's this whole
I'm not
game of
sure that
like,
it's. I'm not. I
because
think
like, cause
that it.
like I think, hold on, I think
I'm not
people
sure.
are. Yeah, I get you, but the thing is, to keep, people just confine AI to this like software, but it's gonna be AI added onto robots that do things in the real world. Which, if you
Right,
look at
but
labor, where you
what's
talk about
lagging
labor force,
behind?
huh?
What's lagging behind though? Robotics. Robotics. It's going to be
Yeah, but
one AI comes out. This is the way it works, right? A major AI is going to come out. China's going to develop something similar. We're going to beat them to the punch on building whatever the fuck it is, right? We're going to build something that's going to be spectacular, this robot, whatever. China's going to follow suit, and they're slowly going to catch up. Might take them 5-10 years, but they're going to get to a consumer grade, right? Like if you go on Amazon and you're going to buy something, American companies made most of those things first, and they made them really well. But now you just need something that's usable, right? You have diminishing returns. Nobody's going to pay $5,000 for a fucking robot built in the United States when you have a robot in China that does 90 or 95% of that, right? So like
which
they'll
speaks
inevitably that
which
lag time
speaks
will
to why we.
inevitably catch up to us.
I mean, which only speaks to why we have to move faster. It's like there's no way around it because
I
China's never
agree, but
slowing
we're
down.
lagging behind. We're lagging behind in a lot of things because China has such a grip on all of the rare earth that Trump is trying to undermine.
This is
And I just want
true.
to point out, none of these dinosaurs in Congress understand AI. Their fucking password is their fucking pet name. Sorry if you have your password as your pet name, but like, they're governing Congress. They're governing the world. You know. So
And why
I
don't you
mean,
hold the same standard with AI and global competition as you do with things like EVs and renewable energy?
say that again.
Why don't you hold this same standard of global competition as it relates to AI with things like EVs and renewable energy?
What same standard?
As in, we need to be beating them to the punch and accelerate. You said put the foot on the gas on this when it comes to AI. Why isn't that relative to this subject here with renewable energy?
Because I don't I don't think that the math equates on these green energy like solar and wind. I don't think
Well, it
their
totally
output.
does. It's an investment and leads to energy surpluses.
Yeah, but so like the current like from my understanding, the current, and I would have to do deeper research, but the current my current understanding is like these solar things and the wind is like they have a lifespan that you're gonna basically have to rebuild them, or you know what I'm saying? It's like it's that lifespan is not
Yeah, we have
that
to
long.
re-drill for oil.
yeah, so that's actually true when you drill out and all, especially when it comes to like hydrocarbons that are coming out of shale rock. You have the first like it's diminishing, right? So the well actually slowly goes down. You get most of it, the bulk up front, and then the well goes down. They inevitably cap it. It's the same exact thing. But with wind turbines, it's basically like you put them up, you get your use out of them. They usually, I think they stay up 10 years and get their use back in about 6 months most of the time. And 6 months, a year? I can't remember the exact time frame. And then the rest of it is just free energy. And there's a lot of land in middle America, right? You're talking about these really rural places that don't have much. Uh, you know, there's not a lot going on there where you can put up wind turbines. You can put up power lines to them. You're talking about states that didn't have money before that are going to be, you know, putting up wind turbines, producing and whatever, renting out space for fucking wind turbines, putting up the infrastructure. Like
But
there's a
yeah, I
ton
think
of you.
yeah, but so I think that's like it's like if you were trying to compare like somebody riding a bicycle in a F1 when China's producing nuclear energy and we're talking about some wind farms. Like China's producing
No, no,
like
no.
five
I think this is really important. I think it's really important to understand. Most countries aren't nuclear. Most countries
but
are never
China
going to
is.
be nuclear. Right.
But China is.
So, but China doesn't. China's not a net exporter. They're a net importer of energy. So, like, you can take turbines and you can sell them to every country across the world, right? And they'll get their money back. Be like, hey, it's American built, whatever, blah 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 blah. And you can sell it to them, or you can build the tech to sell to other countries to make. But most countries don't have nuclear, right? There are strict international standards on it. So they're not going to be able to like ever have that nuclear energy. We could sell them the energy, but we could literally sell them the physical like here you go. This is what you need and we can set up in places that are incredible. This is like, you know, like a new vision, but you would have like I mean, you could go to Africa where it's very rural in sub-Saharan Africa, and you can be like, "Here's a ton of green energy. Go put it up," and you can establish more solid energy grids. So if you want to go in and do business, and like you want to go in and use these countries or whatever, um, and yeah, then you could do that, or not use them, but you know, work with these countries. They'll have a more stable infrastructure. You know, renewable energy you can set up anywhere. You don't have to have these incredible landlines going across everywhere. So,
I just want to correct the record here. China's energy production accounts for only 5% nuclear based versus 20% here in the US. So we're actually beating them when it comes to
Hold
nuclear
on,
energy.
like this 5% that you're talking about, like what is
hmm
this based off of?
The World Nuclear Association.
No, it's like 5% of what, like,
Approximately 5% of China's electricity was generated from nuclear energy
yeah. So
versus 19%
hold
of the
on.
U.S.
There,
electricity generation.
yeah. So 5% in China is different from it would be in America. Like they have a billion people. We have 300 million. So it's not that
That
you
takes
can't
into
like
how would that make a difference? We're talking about energy production.
no in totality. If you look at it,
It wouldn't matter
so
the population size. It's how much
yeah.
energy is generated from a certain
Well,
source.
well population and land mass would so like is they're way bigger than us. So them producing like their 5% could like you got to pull up another. It's another chart
No, I
that would
wouldn't.
make
Like, proportionate to how much energy is produced there, only 5% of it comes from nuclear. It does not matter the size of the country.
yeah. I would have to look at this because like how you're saying it, it just doesn't even make
I
any
don't know
sense.
what's confusing about that. I mean, how can you make the argument that there's more, if not by using the same numbers I just referenced?
No, because slow like if I would say that, hold on, 'cause I'm trying to think on the spot.
No problem.
So trying to compare it to like if you would compare it from one state to the other state. I can't like off the top of my head. I'm trying to. I know in my head what I'm saying, but I can't bring it to my to make it to come out of my mouth. But basically, it's just not the same. It's not apples and apples. It's apples and
You're not
oranges.
giving me a reason why, but okay.
Yeah, I'm just drawing. I'm an airhead at this point, but it's okay. It happens to the best
Okay.
of them. Um, fuck is. I'm really trying to think, but I know we're live, so we gotta.
If you're talking about in volume, maybe, like per capita,
Okay,
that
so
may
yeah,
be
something
true. I don't
along
know
that
that
line.
it is. I don't know that that's true. I haven't seen those numbers. But if you're talking about volume, maybe. But percentage of how much energy is produced from them, it's not nuclear. They are not a nuclear-based source.
Yeah, but like
Ding dong,
you were, yeah,
dong
you were
dong.
going in the direction that I was more so thinking of. Like, it's
Well, that's
not.
just a
It's
bad argument.
no because like I've looked at graphs that's showing China like their energy production is like it's not
Right,
even
but it's
close.
less overall for how much is accounted for to keep them afloat. So that's 5% of their energy production versus 20% of ours.
Yeah, there's no way in the world we're producing more nuclear energy than China. It's not
As
even.
a percentage of how much electricity is produced, we are. I mean, I don't know why you keep saying there's no way in the world. I just cited the World Nuclear Association.
Yeah,
It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
no. I'm gonna just go when I get off of here. I'm gonna just look it up for myself and dig deeper. Then
No
prob-
problem.
I'll come back at a later time to be able to bring whatever information I find. But
Okay.
um, yeah. So like as far as energy in America and in China, it's just not even close. It's not even a. It's not even. They're producing like in totality three America. Three Americas for one China, like it's not even close. So, but I would have to be able to pull up that source, but I don't have it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, basically all I wanted to say was the guy has put some people in
Oh,
place.
U.S. produces 781 billion kilowatts per hour versus China's 451 billion. So, I guess in both cases, we produce more.
Yeah, I can't take your word for it, but I'll go.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You can take the U.S. Energy Information Administration's word for it.
What was that? What did they say?
The U.S. Energy Information Administration and the World Nuclear Association.
States that.
Anyways, we produce more in terms of totality and volume.
Yeah, that's interesting. But,
Yeah. Well, man,
yeah, I
that
still
hurt.
gotta look it up for myself.
Anywho, are we about done here? Okay.
Air.
Head.
Throw it in the air. All right. Well, appreciate you coming in. We got some other people waiting, so I'm gonna go ahead and let them hop on in the requests.
Yes.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
If you guys take care, man. If you guys want to support the channel, there is a Venmo Cash App in the bio. Alternatively, you guys can join the Patreon. You guys can sub over on YouTube, Twitch, wherever else. Appreciate it if you guys would. And we have a sub goal of 30. By the way, if you guys want to help out with that, you can get subs anywhere. And subs on TikTok are 2 for purposes of the sub goal. So that's cool. Wouldn't it be funny if the next guy that came in was Bud? Huh? Someone said Bud.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are
How's
you?
it going, Buddy the Elf? What's your favorite gender? So what's going on? What's your take? Still
Well,
my favorite joke. I don't
while
know
the
why
other
it's
guy
so
was
dumb.
speaking, while the other guy was speaking, it just came to my attention that I don't know if anybody here has renewable energy, because I requested to join a while ago, but I just want to put in my 2 cents to say, hey, I have renewable energy at my house. With the infrastructure
Use the
act,
restroom.
it paid for.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, the Infrastructure Act, the federal government paid for a third of your renewable energy, which is solar panels. And I don't know if anybody took advantage of that in this chat, but I know I did. That's why I was trying to get in there while he was on. So I don't know. It really is a very good. I mean, renewable energy really is good for like regular people also to put solar panels up, because it reduced my my energy
bill.
bill
Yeah.
per month. So now I only pay like $20 a month versus
wow.
like in the summertime I was paying like 200. But
Yeah,
put
I think that's how it's been for me too.
and the way I calculated it, and I don't want to get into a whole lot of like math or anything, but the way I calculated it is, on average, I spent $125 a month on energy, like electric. And so if you just take that and multiply it by a year, it was like, let's say about a little bit over 1,200. And then if you subtract what I actually pay, it subtracted it down. I have a net gain of like $1,000 that I'm not paying now. Now the panels themselves were like 15,000, but the federal government paid for a third of that, and Illinois pays another third. So you only end up paying like a third. Well, before this new bill came out, you only end up paying like a third of the your solar panels. So, long story short, I calculated that I would make up what I paid for the energy panels within
Back in
5 years.
savings. Yeah.
Yeah. In 5 years, the panels would have paid for themselves, and then they have a 30-year warranty on it. So,
Oh, so you've got a surplus now.
yeah, exactly. So I just want to put that out there because I don't know if people knew it. I try to talk to as many people as I could about it to say, hey, you should do this. And so that's all I want to.
And roughly, what is the lifespan on these things?
They have a warranty of 30 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you can replace them anytime you want.
Under warranty.
Right.
They shouldn't, like, if something does go wrong with it, they have to come out and fix it. And then if you get a battery, like they sell these batteries, and that's a little bit more expensive. The batteries, can save up energy. So if it's a blackout, you can just run it off the battery.
Yeah, and people seem to hold a misconception that if it's dark out or if it's foggy or rainy, the thing doesn't work and you have no electricity. Can you disprove that? I know it gets foggy up there in Chicago, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So the energy, and during the hours where the sun is shining on your panels, it's feeding off that, and then you're not even using all that because you're putting it back onto the grid. Now, when it gets dark, you switch over to the grid also. And like you're building up credits during the daytime that you're going to use when it's dark and
during
you're
the
not
night.
producing energy. When you're not producing energy, you're building up those credits. So I just saw somebody say it's not affordable. Listen, I'm not a millionaire. You can finance it, but like I said, in Illinois, my panels all together cost like 15,000. So like I said, the federal government paid a third, Illinois paid a third, and then I only had to pay a third, which is 5,000. Then I financed that. So
nice.
I
Well, good on you, man.
Yeah, I saw somebody comment it wasn't affordable, and I'm telling you, it was affordable, and it still is.
Yeah, we had tax credits for that up until recently.
Yeah, that
So
that
would have come in handy if you guys had used that. But yeah, thanks for coming up, James, and explaining that. Good on you. This is going to be very handy information, hopefully, for everybody watching this.
Yeah, I mean, do it. Even if you don't think you can afford it, finance it like you're buying a car, And it's not. I mean, you really. It's only 2 people in my house, so I don't know how much energy like 5 people would be, but I know it's not as much as like there's a certain amount of air conditioning that's going to be used no matter how many people are in that house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you're gonna have your air conditioner running, and I still conserve energy. Like when I leave the house, I have the smart thermostat that'll drop it. I don't want to get too deep into but I still conserve energy that way, and because I still believe in like conserving, not being wasteful. But if you can find, I mean, you should finance it because you don't have to pay cash for it all, and just
good.
Get them, man, get it, because I'm telling you, I'm paying like $20 a month for my energy bill now in the summertime, and in Illinois this year. So far, these last 3 weeks,
it's been hot over there, right?
It's been 90. It's been 90.
It's actually hotter than, believe it or not, it's hotter than what it is here in SoCal. It was 79 degrees last week.
Oh man, we were cooking out here, bro. We were cooking. Okay. Anyway, it was hot. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I believe you. Well, hey, thanks for coming in, James. We appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Talk to you all later.
Thank you. Take care. Anyone want to hop on in? Debate?
We had some people. Do we have anyone that wants to debate? I'm sorry. I said this morning I woke up and my neck.
Yeah.
It was terrible. So, yeah. We got Diddy Combs in the chat? Damn.
We do.
Well, if we don't have any debates, I think we're going to call it for the night. I already said it would be a short live. Not because I don't want to, but I just have a kink in my... I went to the chiropractor, and the one that was in there sucked.
No, I understand.
I
would go live, but I feel like I caught something at Comic-Con, and it hurts to talk, so... It's just going to suck.
COVID. All right, guys. I'm going to call it for the night. Probably it's COVID. Make sure you get your booster. I got to get that, but I got to prep because, it's like I did the Moderna twice. And that was a nightmare. So I got to get the Pfizer. So.
Good.
All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do a morning live. We'll see. I don't know.
All right.
But,
I might be off tomorrow night. There's a photography shoot I'm doing.
Okay, but we will go back to morning lives on Monday for sure, every day. So we'll see how I'm feeling in the morning because of my neck and everything. But everyone, have a good one, and I will see you guys all tomorrow.
All right, see you later.
All right, take care, guys.